Hi, everyone. Are you ready to hear some amazing animal stories? We're going to meet some very special friends today. Have you ever thought about what it would be like to have a pet that's, well, a little bit wild? Get ready, because we've got two super cool stories about exactly that. Let's go. Okay, let me ask you something. If you could have any pet in the whole wide world, what would you pick? Would it be a big roaring lion or maybe a funny swinging monkey? Or what about an otter? Keep your answer in your head as we listen to our stories. So here's what we're going to do. First, we'll talk about how animals can be our best buddies. Then, we'll meet a super cute otter named Mijbil. After that, we'll say a big hello to a baby cat called Bakat. And at the very end, we'll see what we can learn from these amazing friendships. Sounds like fun, right? You know, sometimes an animal comes into your life and becomes, well, more than just a pet. They become a real part of the family. And that's what our stories are all about today. They're about love, being kind, and the incredible friendships we can have with animals from the wild. All right, first up, let's meet our first little friend. His name is Mijbil, and he's an otter. Do you know about otters? They are so playful, and they just love to be in the water. We're going to see how Mijbil went from being a little bit scared to becoming a super happy part of a family. Oh, look! When we first meet Mijbil, he's all by himself in this little box. He looks a bit scared, doesn't he? Imagine being somewhere totally new and not knowing anyone. That must feel pretty strange. At the beginning, Mijbil was a little shy around his new human friend. You know how sometimes it takes a little while to make a new friend? It's just like that. It takes time, and you have to be very gentle and kind. But then, splish, splash, Mijbil found the water. And you know what? He absolutely loved it. This was the moment everything changed. Look how happy he is, splashing all around. He's starting to feel safe and have lots of fun in his new home. Aw, and look at this. Here he is, all snuggled up and cozy, taking a little nap. He looks so safe and happy now. He found his forever home with someone who loves him so much. He's not scared at all anymore. Okay, are you ready for our next story? Let's meet another amazing friend. This little guy is a baby civet cat. And guess what? He's going to tell us his own story. How cool is that? His name is Bakat. Let's say hi. Wow, hi, Bakat. So he says he lives with people and they treat him just like their own baby. Can you imagine that? That means he must get so many cuddles and feel so very loved. So you might be wondering, how did Bakat find his family? Well, listen to this. When he was just a teeny tiny baby, he fell all the way down from a super tall coconut tree. Oh no! But you know what? A very kind man found him and took him home to make sure he was safe and sound. Bakat says he has really big eyes. Do you know why? It's because he's nocturnal. That's a funny word, isn't it? It just means he loves to stay up and play all night long, and then he sleeps all day. A bit like an owl. Hoot hoot. And his big eyes help him see everything when it's dark outside. And here's another big word for you. Bakat says he's arboreal. That just means he is a fantastic tree climber. Whee! He has a long tail that helps him balance way up high on the branches, kind of like a little monkey. But it looks like he also loves napping inside the house too. So, we've heard about Mijbil the otter and Bakat the civet cat. They seem very different, don't they? But you know what? Their stories are about the exact same thing, making a very special friend. Look at them. On one side, we have Mijbil, all warm and safe. And on the other side, there's Bakat, having fun in his house. They are two totally different animals, but look how happy they both are. They both came from the wild, but they found people who loved them and made them part of the family. And you know, these stories teach us something really important. When you are kind and gentle, you can make anyone feel like they belong. It doesn't matter if they're furry or feathery or have scales. Love can make a family anywhere, with anyone. Isn't that wonderful? These happy stories also make our brains think a little bit. They make us ask some big questions about how we should treat all animals, not just our pets at home. So, these stories make us think about some tricky things. Like, should we keep really big wild animals at home? And what about animals in a circus? Is it okay for them to do tricks for us? These are really good questions to ask your mom, dad, or your teacher. It helps us learn how to be kind to every single animal.
So I have one last little question for you to think about. When we are kind to animals and we take care of them, what does that say about us? I think it shows that we have big, loving hearts, don't you? Being a friend to an animal is one of the best things in the whole world.